Alrighty, guys. It is West Coast Eagles Nets. My name is Hisham.
What's up, guys? Nick.
So this is just a quick live video that we're going to do right now, just to mention yesterday's. What would you call yesterday's game? Debacle.
Was it even a game?
It was terrible. So just gonna go real quick recap. So Eagles lose the game 37-19. And just overall really bad performance from Carson Wentz. Did a very poor job of trying to make any decisions of where to throw the ball, who to pick on his passes, overthrowing players. Overall, just a really tough game when it came to the offensive side of the ball, and then defensively as well. I think it was also a hard-to-watch game.
Yeah, and I think it's been like that for the last 2 weeks. Just the start of the season hasn't been going too well for this team. I don't know what's going on with Carson Wentz. Of course, it's like probably the biggest topic that everyone is talking about when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles is Carson Wentz. What is going on with him? What, you think he's uncomfortable? You think that second-round draft pick of Jalen Hurts is like in the back of his head? What do you think's going on?
I think it's he's rushing his decisions right now on what throws to make, and he's really not trusting that offensive line. I think he's so used to having Brandon Brooks, that right guard right there, being such a dominant force in that offensive line that he was like, I have this O-line. I can make these throws. I can make these plays. But without that full strength O-line, he's very timid, very scared, and not trusting his team and making these rush decisions. So it's very, very rough on our team, because when he overturns the ball, especially in the end zone, the way he was, I think we were at the 21-yard line. We're practically in the end zone, and throws a pick right there, trying to throw to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It ends the game for us, man. It really ends the game. It's a momentum killer. So not just Carson had the issues, though. I mean, I think the other person we have to talk about is our defense and our defensive coordinator,
Mr. Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz. It's just absolutely horrendous as far as what the coverage was or what the scheme was going against the Rams. Rodney McLeod went on record saying none of the moves surprised the Eagles on what they did, what the Rams did. But apparently, if you already knew what the moves were, how come they dropped 37 on you? That still makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand there's different little wrinkles and different things that Jared Goff was able to pull off on us. And yes, they're going to score on us, but they're not that high-powered of an offense to be able to get that many points on the board. So it's just, to me, that was one of the more frustrating things to watch and to really have to go through during this game, is because I thought, hey, our defense was probably one of the more improved aspects this offseason, right?
Yeah, I think we focused a lot by bringing in Darius Slay, Nicole, Robbie Coleman. I don't know. I thought that the defense was supposed to be better this year because that was a major point that the Eagles were focusing on. But now it looks like it got worse. It looks, and Hesh was saying this, it looks like there's no voice in that backfield. Where is that voice of Malcolm Jenkins? He's gone. Who is stepping up to take over this team, to take over the defense? I don't know. And I told you that at the beginning of the season, who was going to be that person? We haven't got it yet.
Jalen Mills was saying that he wanted to step up really. Rodney McLeod is saying he was going to be one of those voices. However, we're not seeing that really out on the field. I mean, you would see Malcolm Jenkins get on guys on top of their butts, telling them, hey, cover two, here, come, boom, move. Let's do something about it. And I don't feel like you see that with this team. As far as the secondary goes, too, Nicole Roby-Coleman, I think he got burned most of the game playing that slot corner spot. Yeah. I mean, his size was just such a hindrance on this team. I mean, I know that he's a great nickel corner, but really, honestly, I think we have to try to give other players a chance, okay? Marcus Epps, I don't know what he's doing in there. Why not Kayvon Wallace, okay? Nicole Roby-Coleman, why is he in there? Why not give Crevion LeBlanc a chance, okay? He was our nickel the last time. Let's change this up. I feel like we're not putting enough trust within our rookies on the defensive side of the ball and not giving them chances. Nate Gary had probably one of the worst games I've ever seen him play. Just completely lost out there.
Yeah.
Look at Davion Taylor. Go ahead and give Davion Taylor a chance. It mind boggles me that we were allowing this to happen. Jim Schwartz is allowing this to happen when, listen, it's not panic mode yet, but I'm looking at the panic button right now. I'm like, oh my God, do I have to push it? We're 0-2 going against the Bengals next week. And I'm not even sure. I'm not even comfortable against the Bengals with a rookie quarterback. It's just frustrating to see because we expect so much more from this team. That's the biggest thing I think is all Eagle fans are going to be frustrated, and you're going to see a bunch of changing of the guard for Carson. You're going to hear fire Jim Schwartz. You're going to hear replace Howie. Listen, I don't think any of those changes need to come right now. It's a long season. It's a long season. But we have to turn it around. Plain and simple. We have to turn it around. There is too much expectation on this team to not perform well any given Sunday. And what we've seen so far, I don't think you can really say that's a finished product.
Mm-mm.
So we got the Bengals next week. We're at home against Joe Burrow. That defense it's a little hindered, man. But I saw what he did against the Browns. What's your thinking of what Joe Burrow can do against the Eagles, against that secondary?
I love Joe Burrow. I'm a Joe cool guy, but I mean he's played well. I think his first game, second game played well, especially against the Browns. He was able to drop dimes. He was able to control the ball. And I mean, what the Eagles have put out there on defense, I don't know what to expect. Big expectations from this team at the beginning of the year completely changed going into the second week. I don't know what to expect. Of course, I'm going to say Eagles. When we did our season overview, we said Eagles were going to win this one easily. But now it's just I don't know. I still expect the outcome to be a win. Hopefully, they can put out a great showing. I need Carson Wentz to protect the ball, of course. I need the defense to stop them. Get maybe I haven't seen picks. I haven't seen fumbles. I feel like our defense has been on that field every single time they're on the field. It's a touchdown or a field goal. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal for the other team.
I think our turnover differential right now is at a -5. So we've lost the ball 6 times. We've received the ball only once, and it was just last night or yesterday's fumble recovery by the special teams. It wasn't even our defense; it was our special teams who actually recovered the fumble. So our defense has no takeaways whatsoever 2 games into the season. And is it alarming? Yeah, a little. Is it really the biggest concern on our team? No, because I still think the defense can prove itself down the line. But this is going to be a huge showing next week for our defense to show them what they're really made of. To be able you got to go in and you got to dominate against this Bengals team. It's prime pickings. That offensive line for the Bengals is one of the worst offensive lines. So get after the quarterback. Get after the running back.
Yeah.
They have options. They have offensive weapons for Joe Burrow to throw to. We have to be able to eliminate those options. All right, and that starts with getting after the quarterback. Javon Hargrave needs to step up. Fletcher Cox, Malik Jackson, Brandon Graham. I want to see more of these QB hurries and pressures being put onto the opposing quarterbacks that we play. I mean, it's honestly frustrating because you see other teams. We just finished watching the Raiders go 2-0 right now against the New Orleans Saints. I think everybody had the Saints going, except for you, maybe, because it was a home opener for the Raiders. It's just frustrating. It's a frustrating start to our season because this is not what we expected, and it's not the product that we assumed that was going to come out there. We still love our Eagles. I think everybody still loves the Eagles. We're not trying to, badmouth anybody or put anyone on the spot because it's not just one problem. Okay? Last night game, you could point to multiple areas where you could put it on this person's shoulders. It's multiple people's problems as far as where we need to execute and where we need to fix. So, we got next week coming up. Week 1 was already a tough loss, but honestly, you can kind of expect it after you're missing pretty much damn near your whole offensive line. I mean, that killed us. They got 4 first-round picks on that defensive line for the Washington football team. It's a tough loss, but you know what? That one you kind of have to expect. This week 2's game, you show. I mean, that O-line improved immensely.
Yeah.
Just by having Lane Johnson back, I saw a record from Pro Football Focus. Aaron Donald had his worst statistical game since 2016. So we were able to put a stop to Aaron Donald, which was crazy. All right. But let's see. I mean, hopefully we can stick with the run game. Miles Sanders had a pretty decent game.
Miles Sanders looked good.
So hopefully that can continue. But that's it for us now. This is West Coast Eagles Nest. My name is Hisham.
So, Nick here. Hopefully this upcoming week is a different outcome. And hopefully next week during our podcast, we have better things to say.
Here's this. Philly. Go Birds.
Let's go.